Stomping grounds with Barb. Figure I'd take her for a walk. Visit some old spots we used to go back in the day. This used to be her old stomping ground. But yeah, this was the first place we stayed together. She, after getting rescued, like came right to me. Like she instantly recognized me at the pound like a week later. That's how I knew she was special. Like she got excited, her head got low, her tail wagged and all that type of stuff. She did her little happy dance. And from there, bless you, honey, my goodness. And then from there, we got to bed. Got to the house, excuse me. And it was so funny. She was originally supposed to be a crated dog. That lasted a whole 3 hours in this, like, entire, like, her staying with me. Let's see. And, yeah. So we tried that. And then it just got to the point where the first night she was here, I was like, come up, honey. And this was back on my old inherited full-size mattress before we leveled up to the queen-size mattress like we are now. And she looked at me, she's like, what are you asking? I've never heard of such a thing. This is such a weird concept for me, getting up on a mattress, because I was a mill dog, it turns out. And so she hopped on the mattress, and then she slept 17 straight hours. She, like, stayed in that bed and just continued to rest, and that was her first time, and she's been a little cuddle bug ever since. So, yeah, she's doing really nice. My mom's recently been making her some, like, essentially stew, like, healthy stuff for humans, but healthier for dogs type thing. So, she has been doing me a major solid on that, and I appreciate her, and I feel like that's helping Barb. I feel like one of those things where it's like, you eat healthy, you walk healthy, you'll get good results, and hopefully it'll help out. But yeah, thus is Barb. But yeah, we lived here for probably a good 2-3 years. We went through, like, we ended up moving to a different spot up in St. Louis, so a couple 30 so minutes away. Over here, honey. And she, like, back with an ex at the time, literally getting an apartment with the ex, that type of shit, and then she dipped out, so we were stuck together. That's another thing too, dogs can feel depression. As soon as she left, she was so heartbroken by it, and we helped out each other, didn't we, baby? But yeah, other than that, she was basically just a part of that apartment when I fell through that stairs too. I remember falling through the stairs at my old apartment, having to go through the court system for it and deal with it. And she helped me get through it. And she was like, she missed the hole too. Come here, honey. This is another spot since we used to live here. This place would get abandoned when it's not that time. Don't worry, I got bags. Go ahead. And we would usually come here for winter, and this place would be covered in like all sorts of snow, like 2 feet of snow. And she loves fluffy snow. Barbie loves her fluffy snow. She'll go out, just frolic, literal frolicking. It's like, it looks like a cartoon type stuff. And yeah, she did very good with that. Always like if we were like, because that's another thing too with having an insomnia and PTSD, veterans had weird sleeping periods and sleeping time. So as a result, when no one was here, guaranteed, we would come out and run around and cause trouble. But she had a good time with it. But yeah, figure we can all go on a walk with Barbie. If anybody wants to know anything about her, I will be more than free to answer any questions. I'm probably going to have a streaming day to see if anybody wants to come and hang out, maybe donate to the cause, because there is her surgery still planned on the 8th, but we still are on a call list. My phone has not been on silent for about 5 days. I did eat yesterday, so that's 3 meals in 5 days. So it's better than what it was. And yeah, we're just on a call list, so just ready to like play action when we can. But she's ready and she's happy. She doesn't know, like all of us know, but like I could just tell that she has a good heart in place. But yeah, just walking with Barb, making the most out of it, going to the old stomping ground to basically just, enjoy these moments. Yeah, I know, Barb. Let's see what else happened to this apartment while we're here. Well, she kept running around. She kept enjoying her time. And she learned not to be like a crated dog. Remy the rat, what's up? Thanks for joining us. Hopefully you're doing well. Thank you. I love her. She is such my little ham sandwich. I guess, like, I don't know. I can play catch up on everything. Over here, we'll stay in the field, Barb. And, but yeah, we're just taking the time in. I'm getting good. I'm glad you're doing wonderful. Yeah, we're just going out and about. Barb had a pretty big cancer diagnosis a couple days ago, if you're a little late. Oh, thank you very much. And she has something scheduled with one of the best veterinary oncologists in the country. And so, as a result of that, she is going to be very busy. I don't want to assume the worst, but I am making things as best as I can. Hi, Anthony. Thanks for popping in. Just out taking my doggo for a walk. Come here, honey. Oh, you want to go in the dugout? That's how you go. Honey. Oh, baby. That's where... Oh, it is locked over here. Never mind. Disregard. But yeah, we used to live here back in the day. Because I think I've had Barb for darn near 9 years. But she is a... No, not 9 years. Like 8. But she was a rescue turned service dog. She ended up finding out all of my cues for my PTSD and seizures attack. And got wrote up as a prescription. So, yeah, literally after living here, we went on to go and graduate from college together as my service dog. And she did a great job. She made it. So this dog went through a lot, and it continues to go through a lot, and I believe her. So up until then, on the 8th, when her surgery date is, we'll just be continuing to fight for it. Continue to see that she is good and happy about it. But yeah, welcome for the walk. She's doing good though. I just figure we're not just like, we'll just walk and not run. Don't want her to overstrain herself. The doc was worried about something fluid on her back. Thank you, Remy. I hope so too. It's gonna be an interesting few days, a few weeks, excuse me, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, it's the Barbie channel now. Unfortunately, I don't want to say unfortunately. I've been getting a lot of people telling me it was a good decision to postpone ComboCon6. So I'm really trying to take that for heart and hope I'm not disappointing people, but I just hope people understand, like, for as much as this dog gave me, and like I'm willing to share that story, I'm planning on it. As much as she's helped me, like I feel like it's the least I can do for what she's done to help pull me out of the fire so many times. Such a crazy time. Dogs, man. That's how it is. As a rat, I hope you would understand. It's just one of those things. Come on, Barb. She just loves her smells. But yeah, this is doubling as gathering footage, though, because I am going to miss these. But yeah, I think on my pinned video at my channel, like if you want context for what's happening, feel free to hit that up. I'll try and do more live things with Barb. We'll see. It'd be funny. This is how I blow up. All my philanthropic veterans work just gets backseated by the fact that, like, my dog has cancer and all that type of stuff. That's ironic but funny, but shows the plight of everything. But since I am postponing it, I will bring it back up. Yes, I will, Barb. You're doing a wonderful job. Yes, you are. You're doing wonderful. And baby wigwag. But yeah, she would just go all around this field, just run around and have her little parabolas and her little arcs and just like hang out. And yeah, she would just make the most of it. She is very in the present, as I think that's the lesson we all need is just the presentness. She's a good kid. I love this dog. Does anybody else have any pets in the chat? I would love to hear about it. Because my baby, she's just a good dog. Big happy dog. Yeah, aren't you bored? But yeah, I don't know how many times we'll do walk sessions, but if that's the case, it's a great way for gathering footage. I hate the fact that it's in vertical, but hey, we take with what we can get. Unless I don't know, like, we'll see if it's on its side or anything. That's freaking great. I didn't even address Barbie till just walk in a big circle, but she just ends up that way. I think she remembers the old habit from last time. I literally think she does remember this. I think it's been like 5+ no. Yeah, it's been over 5-6 years since we've been in here. And so just seeing her like this is just like, all right, I'm glad you're here and familiar with it. Oh, thanks, Remy. I think the same thing too. As a person that's recently rediscovered not just religion but just spirituality with everything, I do see Barb as the gift from God from when I needed her most. It was one of those things where I was like in a wicked down spiral of my life during that time, like one of many, but the big substantial one. And yeah, she was just so smart, decided to get herself caught in a live trap by the barbecue food truck I used to work at. Didn't have any IDs, no nothing, no collar, no chip, and so thrown away. It's completely ridiculous, and it's so sad. And then it turns out the cops think she was a mill dog because of her condition, because like where her like nipples are right now, they were like dang near to the floor, completely malnourished and whatnot. And Barb pissing Cam, and she just marking her spot. But yeah, and then she was just out and about where I used to work at an old barbecue food truck, just as a stray in the middle of nowhere, and we were like, oh my god, there's a vicious pit bull on the loose. There's a vicious pit bull on the loose. And she would always try and take the scraps from the food truck. And so it was just to the point where Animal Control got finally involved. They set out a live trap. We threw in some barbecue ribs in there to hopefully entice her. And then, gosh darn it, within a half hour, look who decided to get caught. And yeah, completely hilarious. And a little foreshadowing to the instance, but yeah, we went up there. She was there. She was in her cage, and I went up to her. And what is the first thing that she does to me? Starts to growl and bark, of course. And I was like, oh man, vicious pit bull, X, Y, and Z. They're living up to their standard. And then I just looked at her eyes, and I was like, there is nothing but fear and being scared and terrified behind those eyes. There's no meanness in this dog. And so I sat right next to her for probably about an hour. It was a slow cooking day. I was the pit master of that place. So I just sat back and chilled with her as we looked for maybe supposed pups. We didn't find any. And then it got to the point where maybe like an hour later, the animal control people, they came by. They were there to let her out. And she got let out. She was completely open with everything. And then I was like, can I pet her? And they were like, all right, you can, but just be careful, obviously. And then as soon as I touched her and started to pet, there was that initial jolt, that initial shockness of, like, what is this touch? What is this? And then she realized, like, it's nothing but love. And it's nothing but making sure she's okay. And there's a relaxing to it. Yeah. Thanks, Rami. Means a lot. God bless you too, my dude. But yeah, before you go though, long story short, she got put in there. She got sent away to animal control. They were like, I was like, can I see her at least? Make sure like what the updated process is. And they were like, okay, come back in 10 days or a week. And so I did. and she recognized me, and I was like, oh, so did we figure out her anything? They're like, she has no name, she has no chip, no X, Y, and Z. And they were like, well, what do we call her? And then they said, well, since she was found by the barbecue food truck, we decided to call her Barbie. So it is Barbie Q. Her middle initial is Q. And so all that like like story of her getting caught all ends up to being her name is Barbecue, based off of where she found and based off her love for smoked meats. I can't be upset about that. I can't be upset about that. But yeah, all that to say, that's her name, lore. Her name is Barbie, not after the doll, but after the barbecue. And yeah, she still loves it. We're gonna cook her some ribs probably in a couple days. Yeah, she loves ribs. Like, she loves ribs. Yeah, Barb, I know you do. And just absolutely adorable. But yeah, I think we'll make this one last turn. We've been going for almost 20 minutes. I don't want to burn Barb out. Then again, she has been pretty much taking it easy for the past few days, which is good. But also want to give her the best fighting chance I could possibly get. But yeah, thanks, Remy. God bless you as well. Good job. Yep, we're good. Let's see. Yeah, we moved to St. Louis. That was like one of those things where we had awful lower stairs neighbors. We ended up getting them evicted because they were drunk and belligerent. And they kept calling me slurs and calling Barbie too fat running around the house when she's just walking. Whatever. Terrible woman. I'm glad she got evicted from it. And sucks because it was a good apartment, way less than what I'm paying for right now, but I wasn't 100% back then. And thankfully Barbie just stuck around for the ride. And after that, we kind of lived in the college dorms for a wee bit and over at my mom's for a wee bit. Kind of, well, technically homeless, but not officially. I want to go around home base. And she, like, endured through all that. Come on, Barb. Right. And endured all that process. And I feel bad because I can tell that she thought that maybe I'd like left her behind too. It got to the point where I just had to live on base. And I just felt bad. So, and when I finally had a chance to live back together over at my mom's, I chilled with her until I got my feet together and got a new apartment. She was hesitant about sleeping where I was for the longest time. Like, I could tell there was a little resentment there. And then just got to the point where she would make that trip down the stairs and be like, I'm sorry and I'm glad you're here. And that made me happy. But yeah, other than that, yeah, she's been through a lot. And then we moved to where we are now, just a little bit down the way. She has her good mattress, she has her friends, she has her step siblings. She's living the best life she could possibly have. And for a dog that used to be afraid of plastic bags, drills slash handheld machinery, the basement, or any sort of stairs, God, she was just terrified of a lot of things. You could just tell there were just all trauma responses. And yeah, we just basically just got through all those together, and we endured a lot. She kicked some of her bad habits, I kicked a lot of mine. So I'm very appreciative for her for this. But good job, Barb. Not a bad walk. 20 whole minutes. But yeah, if that's the case, we'll just chill right here, right at the entrance. We'll get our last goodbyes going, and then we'll probably catch y'all later. So let's take a look. Come here, Barb. You want to say bye to the people? Yeah, baby. Everybody say bye to Barb. My missy. My missy. Wanna look here? Yeah, she's ready. Whoa, you ready? Oh, baby girl, you ready? You ready? And that's another thing too. She doesn't bark. I think she's doing the Bob Ross method, where I only bark when she's needed. That type of stuff. She's very laid back. But okay, everybody. On behalf of myself, HDmex Hunter, and Barbecue the Blessed, I'd like to say goodbye. Love you. We'll catch y'all later. And Barbie, you ready to go? Yeah. Bye, Barb. We'll see y'all later.